because you broke a rule of the divorce decree. You can't leave the state without my written permission, and I sure the fuck didn't write nothing off. But that's where that's just the type of person that she is. She was the same way with her other kid's dad, who made six figures a year. She couldn't get what she wanted, so she fucking left. Whatever. But it does. It takes two to work. If one person is not willing to make the relationship, the other one's not going to be able to do it all by themselves. And that's huh?
Yeah, yeah. I was just agreeing with you. That's a really big problem in. Smashley just said it too, especially in the veteran community. Like I said, I'm not personally a veteran. My father is. My spouse is, and the majority of my friends are. I've done a lot, as much as I could, to always be there when someone needed to talk, or step off that ledge, or whatever the case may be. I try to be there as much as humanly possible. But when there are people like that, like your ex and so many others, they see damage where those of us like us see hope. I don't know if that quite makes sense, but I don't see damage when I look at a veteran, no matter what the problem is. I see a person that simply needs a hand, or a person that simply needs an ear, or whatever the case may be. And it can be simple stuff. But when we treat people that way, whether it's a veteran or not, but specifically veterans, it's amazing to me how that me generation takes control of these people, and it turns into this, it's all about me, even though I should be the one who's taking a step back and saying, okay, it is about me, but not in the sense of just me. It's about us. It's about me helping somebody else. It's about me following through with a promise I made. Whether I'm strong enough for it or not is to be determined, but I have to at least try. For those that have tried and it can't fix it, or there's just no fixing it for that specific couple, but they've tried, I have absolutely no harshness to it all. But to the ones who do like your ex did, I really specifically want to beat the shit out of them, and I have to remind myself that I'm a Christian and I try to be a really good person, because they really need their asses kicked. It's disgusting to me how people treat other people simply because they're selfish little bastards. I cannot fathom that.
That's right. That's right. And everybody knows I am very, very, very against men hitting women. Very, very much so. Now, if you're trying to stab a man, if you're trying to kill a man, then yes, take up for yourself. But you selfish bastards that think that you can just walk up to a woman and smack her around, you're a fucking puss. Do that shit in front of me and see what happens. I'm just saying. I can't stand that. And it happened a lot back in the older days, to where, as this country was coming about. And I'm sorry, y'all. Apparently, my the chat group has stopped at a certain point for me. Smashley knows what I'm talking about. So the last comment I seen was back at 23:16, which was about 16 minutes ago. But it's people used to do that back then. My grandpa raised me to this point right here. Women are a diamond in the rough. Women are very, very precious. Y'all bear our children. Y'all go through things with your bodies that we can only fathom. And yes, most of us men would probably curl up and cry like a little baby. Because we don't understand. Y'all have that.
You're not. Yeah.
Y'all have that tendency to be able to push through those things. You live with it your whole life, and somebody like myself who deals with constant pain like you do, we have learned to push through it every single day. You know, we have things that somewhat manage the pain. That doesn't mean that the pain's still not there, but we have that push, that drive to keep moving forward and doing what needs to be done. And
right.
you know, kudos to you for doing what you do. You're a hell of a freedom fighter, and damn glad to call you sister. And you know, very, very proud of doing what you do for everybody out there as far as giving help and being there for an ear to listen to and everything of the sort. You know, you're definitely a badass role model for not just women, but for men too, to understand that, you know, these are some of the things that we should be doing. Plain and simple. You know, if you've worked your ass off all day long, there's nothing wrong with us coming in and washing the dishes or doing a load of clothes. It takes 2 seconds to throw the fucking clothes in the fucking washing machine, start it up and run it. Now, we might not always separate the shit like we need to, like I do. I take my clothes basket, I dump it in there. Thank God nothing's ever fucking, the colors haven't mixed. But, you know, hey, I try. Now,
nobody minds heard every now. I thank you. I truly do. I'm the type that has a very hard time with compliments. So I'm kind of like, I sit back and I'm like, oh, you know, thanks. It's cool. It's just what I do. I don't think about it. Like I know you don't think about it. You know, we wake up and we're blessed because we're breathing.
Yep.
And that's easier for us to realize that because of what we go through, pain wise and you know, medical issues or whatever. It's very easy for us to wake up and go, oh, thank God I woke up this morning, you know, no matter how the pain is or no matter how much we have to do or how tired we are or whatever the case may be. And I know that there's many out there that go through that stuff that still haven't reached the point of being able to feel that blessing. And I've always been the kind of person that just wants to be able to, no matter how bad my situation might be, or, you know, a lot of people don't like to talk about their personal stuff online or whatever because they're worried about somebody using it against them or whatever the case may be. I'm very much the opposite. I'm very transparent. I feel the need to post that stuff, to talk about that stuff, to give other people a fence post to grab onto, whether it's inspiration or whatever the case may be, you know.
Right.
Yes, I hurt so bad sometimes I can't even, you know, pick myself up. But with a little bit of help from someone else picking me up, I can then force myself to go on through the day. And then I do some crazy strenuous stuff that I'm always yelled at for doing too much or whatever. But to me, the way I see it is if I'm doing this stuff and accomplishing it and I'm feeling this pain reminds me that I'm still alive, that I still have a purpose, that I still have goals, and that I can still help somebody else. And that's why I do what I do. You know, I can't fix what's wrong with me, but I can maybe help somebody else figure out how to live with what's wrong with them in the best way possible.
You're inspiring people to do the same thing, because there are a lot of people that will sit there, oh, I hurt too much, I can't do nothing today. Yes, you can. You can get up and do something today. You can get up and go for a drive, or get up and go to the store, and, you know, wherever it's to go get a soda or something. Like you,
just go,
you know,
sit on your porch, you know?
Yeah.
Anything is an accomplishment. Grab that coffee cup, go sit on your front porch, and listen to the world around you, because I guarantee you're going to hear something you forgot existed.
Yep.
And that's my thing is I live out in the country. You know, you see my live videos, I got birds chirping, bugs making noise, whatever. To me, that is a validation that I'm still here. So just some days, if I can just make it to that damn porch, even if I can't do anything else, I've done something, because I'm at least part of what is still going on in this world, one way or another.
And don't forget about the snakes.
Those need to be not in existence at all. I can't. No, see, No.
Sorry, I had to bring up. That's still one of my favorite videos. You sitting there talking about cutting grass and you see a snake, and you call your daughter out there. She just picks it up, and
No.
I think it actually tried to bite her, and she just don't know what's.
I swear to God, it was so funny because like we have this thing because me and my daughter have the most epic conversations, and we don't even do it on purpose. We both have the same exact sense of humor. So we'll have a message conversation, and then we go back and we read it, and we're like, did we really just talk about that? And I cannot help but post. So that day, and I love my daughter for the simple fact that I didn't even have to say anything. I just sent her a picture of this snake in the grass in front of the lawnmower. And she comes out and she's like, yeah, I got it. You know, and she just put it off for me. And I'm like, that's that. But see, that goes very much to part of the reason I that's another thing. That is a connection that mothers and their children should have. As simple and small as it seems, and as much humor as we get out of it, that's still something that is missing in a lot of people's relationship with their children. I very much believe in sometimes you got to be their enemy and no is no. I don't believe in being your kid's best friend and giving them everything they want, letting them do whatever they want. But there is a level of friendship we should maintain with our children because that goes to the bond of people, not just parents and children. And it's important that she sees that part without question. You know, it's like, Mom sent a picture of a snake. That means I got to move that damn thing. Okay. You know, and it's simple. And she comes out and does so because I will frickin' die if that thing gets anywhere near me. I'm telling you, heart attack happening. I can't.
Yeah, that's you know, I understand completely where you're coming from. It's like my son, whenever we're going somewhere or whatnot, you know, I always throw I still have to walk with crutches. Here recently, we're getting there, trying to learn some new things, but here recently, I'm still holding on to my crutches, but I can take about 15, 20 steps without having to use them for balance because I can't feel my right foot, so my balance is really fucked up. But he'll get out of the truck, he'll come, grab the crutches, you know, anything that I need to be took inside, even though I can do it myself. He's there to do it for me. He knows that, you know, this is going to take a little bit off Dad. You know, this is going to help him move a little bit easier. You know, if I'm sitting here and I jump in my chair to go grab something to eat, something to drink or something like that. Dad, you need something? So I'm just getting me something to drink, son. That's all right. No, I'll get it. You know, shit. Down Saturday morning, we got up, sitting here watching TV, laughing and carrying on. You hungry? I was like, yeah, I was actually fixing to get up and cook breakfast. So I hopped in my chair, and I started rolling that way, and here he comes, walking right past me. Go sit your ass down. I got it. Sit there and cook us some sausage, eggs, and toast. And I'm just like, you know what? I love you, son. It's like, I don't mind doing it. Because, I mean, whenever I left.
Awesome.
Huh?
Right. That's what's awesome about that, though, because they're aware that it's not that we cannot. It's that sometimes it would be nice if we didn't have to push ourselves that extra step, because that extra step can be kind of painful. So they're willing to do it simply because they love us. Right. You know, it's not like you're sitting there saying, look, I can't get off my ass and do nothing, so you need to go cook. Because I know some parents like that. And that's a completely different situation. You know, my oldest is very, and I can admit this even on air, my oldest, I love him to death, and I'm very proud of my son, but he's very entitled just because he was in that social atmosphere with the schools and such, and he became that way. But essentially, deep down, he is a good kid with a great heart. You know, but he's such a good person, and he's an amazing patriot. He just does it a little different than the rest of us. Right. But he still has that entitled, you know, a little bit of that attitude. My daughter, however, is the exact opposite. You don't see her with any entitlement. She doesn't have that about her at all. She's very much to herself. She's not into the teenage social crap. you know, she helps around the house. She helps with her little brother. She helps, you know, outside or whatever the case